Hello. I'm back. I didn't think I'd be back this soon, to be totally honest. I'm saying that specifically to TikTok because I am also on Twitch, but Twitch takes a little bit longer to kind of trickle in, largely because they take forever to send out notifications to anybody. Let me turn that down for myself. Playing a different game tonight, though, guys. Doing a different one. We're doing a verse in 1999. Which, if I don't know how popular that game is. I don't know if a lot of people actually play it on TikTok or not. I haven't seen a community really anywhere for it, other than, and this made me feel ancient, is Facebook. I've seen a community on Facebook and I was like, I ain't doing it. I can't do it. Can't do it. Hi, Maritime. I'm here looking. I have a Pathfinder. No worries, Maritime. Thanks for lurking. I appreciate it. We're just to kind of set the tone for what tonight is going to be, fair warning, it is going to be just a lot of reading. It's going to be a lot of visual novel. So if you hate my voice, sorry. But we are about 6 chapters into the new Reverse 1999 main story. And so far, what we've done is we've entered this prison that is supposed to be a prison, but it's kind of treated more like a asylum, I suppose. Honestly, the inmates are kind of running it. They're doing their own thing, but you got them doing, like, they're all doing different kinds of art, and I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure, thank you, the whole time I'm going on. You can tell I'm new at this, huh? Thank you, Nicholas. I appreciate you. This whole time I'm talking, man, it's like I'm new again. But I don't multi-stream. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Let me reiterate. Hi, Offline. How you doing? I thought it was a green screen. Nope. It's just me. It's just me being dumb. It's just me. I'm so used to operating everything out of OBS, and then to have to run a separate system for TikTok is a pain in the keister, but it is what it is. But let me reiterate, what the plan is tonight is we're gonna be playing some Reverse 1989. If you're unfamiliar with the game, it is a visual novel gacha game, but the story is amazing. It's just you. It's just me? What do you mean it's just me? What do you mean, MC? I probably said something where maybe it's just me. I don't remember the things that came out of my mouth 2 seconds ago. And the current chapter so far, hi Jarya, the current chapter so far, we have entered this sort of prison? Anyway, well, it's supposed to be a prison, but really it's more like an asylum, I guess? I don't know, the inmates are running it though, and you'd think that'd be kind of like rowdy and crazy, but honestly, they're crazy. They're just making art. They're just, I mean, like, unhinged art, to be so clear. Like, there's no murder involved, but definitely some kind of like Alice in Wonderland questioning your reality type stuff. No, my selfish allergy. Hi Bog, how you doing? Oh, you got the shrimp bisque soup. Why is everybody getting seafood soup tonight? That's wild. Part to flex, that was your first 300 likes of the stream. Thank you, COD. Appreciate it. I'm laughing because over on Twitch, I have a bot that people can check in with. And by checking in, you check into the stream, but she serves you a random bowl of soup. And so everybody so far is pretty much getting some kind of seafood soup. And I don't know how that's happening because it's a random list of like over 200 soups. How are y'all doing that? You didn't get your soup? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You must have. I've seen it. Offline. It says you got Tarhana soup offline. I don't know what that is, but it's there. And then how's your day? My day's good. My day's good. It was one of those days where like your brain feels like a slip and slide. Where nothing, like, you know that the information's coming in, but there's nowhere for it to stick, and it just kind of keeps sliding away. That kind of day. It's been that kind of day. I didn't see it. It's up there. I promise. If you scroll up, Janet's million messages. You're actually the second person today to get soup. You're so fast. Yeah, it was one of those days. The brain fog's bad, but I restarted my vitamin D, so hopefully that helps because the last time was really good. It helped the brain fog big time. But yeah, we're gonna hop into the game. I'm thinking I'm I'm just speculating here. I'm pretty sure we're close to meeting Aleph, which Aleph? I don't know how to say his name properly, but he's the new character who, if you like unhinged, fiery redheads that are wrapped up in what I thought were bandages but are actually book pages, we got your guy right here for you. But if you're unfamiliar with Reverse 1989, I'm about to introduce you to some of the most wild character design you've seen in a game. I will say, because it's a lot. It's actually interesting that we have more inanimate objects as playable characters than we do animals. We figured that out a few streams ago. I heard we all need so much more of that. Yeah, we really do. See that, especially in Canada, vitamin D. Yeah, we don't get enough sunlight. Well, especially me. I don't like going outside. I don't like grass. It doesn't like me either. It makes me itchy. As I know, you enjoyed ASAP. Appreciate it offline. Appreciate it. Well, I have the game queued up. Let's get it going, because I have the bad habit. This is for all of our new friends that we've met this week. I want you all to know this is the game that is notorious to get me yapping, and I don't actually play the game. I swear to God I do. Hi Books. I swear to God I play this game. Mostly, usually, probably. There's a lot of seafood soup tonight. Another fish soup. What is happening? Janet, you know you have like 180 other soups you could pick from, right? Janet. Hi, Abby. I probably missed you. I'm so sorry. Hello. Let's see. Reverse. Reverse. Turn that on. Hey, it's... Oh, God. That's way too big. 1 second. I just need to resize my game because it's taking over the entire goddamn screen. It goes up there. That goes to that. There we go. That's better. Game screen. Switch. Miss Tula, why must she hurt my heart? Oh, because she knows. She knows the things you love. I most likely will turn off the music for this because being a main story, it is completely voiced for the most part. Other than the narration bits, which... Narration bits? Did I say narration bit? Anyway. Jesus. I will be doing those. It's lobster season? That's true. Thank you for giving Abby a shout out. I haven't seen Lobster Bisque yet. I think we did Lobster Bisque the other night. Is it a horror game? No. 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 I wouldn't call it horror. It has horror elements, because I will say the story does get pretty messed up sometimes, but I wouldn't say it's a horror game. It's more of a visual novel, thriller, a little bit of a historical fiction, because the whole point of Reverse is that instead of Y2K happening, a storm came and the rain reversed timelines for people. It looked like they got erased, but they really got reshuffled among timelines, which is... So you've got some kind of like historical fiction happening. Yeah, it's really interesting. Depends on the patch. Books. Also, Books has redeemed stare into silence, and so... There you go, Books. Okay, question for TikTok. You okay? No, I'm okay. Books redeemed. I have a redeem for stare in silence. Sometimes my people just like to have me stare into their souls, and I don't question it. But they want it quite often, so whatever. Give people what they want, I guess, you know? The music made that great. I bet it did. I bet it did. Let me turn up the game volume for myself. Am I wrong, though? Costume just can do say that's true. That's true. How is the music on TikTok side? I want to know if you can hear the game, because I'm trying a new audio setup over there, and I don't 100% know if it works. I do not know. I'm actually gonna pull it up on my phone just to see.
I don't touch garlic, carrots,
Favorite
celery, broccoli, green peppers, not even mustard.
Hold on,
and I'm still alive and kicking.
I still got the overlay on.
That junk has got to be bad for your health.
I got the datometer on. Hold on, I gotta turn that off. So we're not playing Date Everything tonight. Why is it that? Oh, it's in my vertical scenes. Hold on, that's why. There we go. You can hear me. And hear the game. I can't hear the game. Haha. I might have done something correct. I might have done something right. Oh, remember this day, so I'm gonna mark it on the calendar.
Hello, my dear.
Oh my goodness me. IMC, hello. Oof, Tuesday's story. I haven't, okay, look, Tuesday has gotta be one of my most neglected characters. I got her because it looked like I needed her, and then I promptly did no lore about her whatsoever. If I had a nickel for every time I said it, I'd have a nickel, yeah. I'll be starting a date everything tomorrow. I'm buying it tomorrow. Let's go, Bugs! I'm so happy for you. This is Aleph. This is the guy. This is the guy. I'm gonna remain strong. I don't need him. He can come back. He is not on any of the meta. Well, he's on like 2 of the meta teams, but he's not like the first choice. I'll be okay. I can skip him. I am talking myself out of this impulse right now. I hope you realize I am doing my utmost best to prevent myself from doing that. Because the only thing I would be pulling him for would be vibes.
Celery, broccoli, green peppers. Not even
I can wait. He'll come back. That's the one thing about Reverse 1989, I will say, is their characters come back very frequently. You don't have to wait like a year. Oh my god! Sorry, the art is very nice. Oh no! I shouldn't have clicked in here. I just wanted to make the notification go away. Okay, okay. If I'm not gonna pull for him, let me just look at him for a little bit first, okay? Because books, not the okay. Books are deemed the talk me out of my impulse redeem, and that is where someone tells me what it is that they're debating on doing, and I talk them out of it. Lynn, talk Lynn out of pulling. I did. I talked myself out of pulling. I did it. I did a good job. I think. I'm convinced. I think I convinced myself. It's okay. The designs are fire. Oh, just wait. This is just one. The art style is really cool though, right? Like, it's almost like a painting cell shading style. I love the art in this game. What my 2.0 model is based on, actually. When I get my new model in this fall, she gonna look not fully like this. They look a little bit more rendered than mine does, but same idea. I got your back. Oh, thanks, Books. Thanks. Yeah. No, if you want to see crazy character design, that's all of these. Do you guys want to see my favorite? My absolutely favorite character that I absolutely maxed out, even though she's a 6-star. This is Tooth Fairy.
Stop talking. It's time for a checkup. Please open your mouth.
And you're like, oh, she's creepy looking for a Tooth Fairy. You're right. Mm-hmm. That's because she has these braces and she has like tooth pain. And so what she does to relieve the tooth pain is she eats these little tooth fairies because they taste like raspberries and they make the pain stop. And so she became a healer, and she uses these fairies as her treatment for most things. Yeah. So she's actually the best healer, one of the best healers out in the game. Still is. She has a skin on right now, and normally she looks a little different. But I really like this version because one thing I will say about Reverse is they actually put value into their skins only because not only do they look cool, but when they're in a fight, they have like a little chibi version. But her ultimate, she sings like a lullaby. It's almost like We All Fall Down is when she does her ult. But when you get the skin, it actually changes her song. Like it actually changes something about the gameplay, which is really nice, without adding like the bonus. So it's not really like, it's not pay to win per se, but it's just, you get a full aesthetic change and not just visual. It's really cool. She treats them like candy medicine. It's true. She does. Yeah. She even keeps a little jar of them. I've always said that this is the one character, if I ever cosplayed anything, I think it'd be her. Because I would want to cosplay her regular design. I'd want to cosplay like this version. Her regular, almost Undertaker style. Because look at that headpiece. If I could find someone who does metalwork, I would do that in a heartbeat. That looks so cool. And then in the corner, you got a little chibi version that she fights with. Yeah. But yeah, that's my favorite. Willow's your fave? That makes sense. I also really like Willow. The fact that they're roommates makes a lot of sense.
I haven't
This
any
is
tea
Willow.
or cake for guests.
And here's what I like about Willow. And this is why I like character design in Reverse in general. So Willow, at first glance, is a gymnast. You're like, okay, so what? It's a gymnast. And with the prosthetic leg, okay, kind of cool. But wait, there's more. It's Reverse. So she's not just a gymnast. She's an arcanist, which means she's a practicing witch. She does like spells and stuff. But how spells are done in this universe is through body movements and floor routines. And so when she was let's call her an Olympian for argument's sake, because they have a different word for it in this game. But she was a pro athlete, but the sport, I guess, was spellcasting, because in their world, gymnastics is basically just spellcasting. And so that's what she did. That's what she's doing right now. Is all these ribbons, like it's all her part of her incantations as part of her spellcasting, which is really cool. Like, that's her whole thing. Like that's cool character design. I forgot she has a skin. Oh no. This is what I need to be talked out of. Oh no. I need to not do that. I'm gonna look away. But we also, she's so pretty. She is so pretty. That skin looks good. It does, right? We also have inanimate objects. So we have things like, I don't even know if this is an inanimate object. Actually, I'm pretty sure this is just a guy who's a ghost. But we do have an apple.
Are you here to confirm this apple's expiration date? Don't worry.
He's from a universe where everyone is food. So that's why he talks. He's actually a person, but everybody looks like food where he's from. Her trailer made me chuckle. That's fair. Her trailer was funny. They write such good characters. They really do. They put a good spin on them. What are some other ones? You got Loggerhead,
Welcome to the
who's
Arcane
literally a robot
Containment
camera
Department.
personified.
I'll be your
I
guide
love that.
through
My
Section
film major
F.
self loves
Now,
this.
if you'll look to your right, you'll see some videos from.
We have literally a
Ranger
talking hat.
Brimley,
His
salutes
name's
you.
Brimley. That's it. He's just a hat. It's cool. And you know who's like the absolute fucking Chad? Pioneer.
What are
He's a
you
mannequin,
looking for? I
but
might
he's
be
the
able to
best
help.
buddy of Joe. Almost reminds me of 9. What is 9? I'm unfamiliar. We also have a couple animals. We do have Pickles. Pickles is here.
The puppy is delighted by your visit. He
9's a
is
movie?
about-
Oh, I don't know that one. Oop. Yeah, we got Pickles. We don't have a lot of animals, though, to be so honest. I actually don't think we have... Do we have any other animals? Is Pickles the only one? Surely not. Again, I don't think we can count Nick. Nick is technically a human with a head. Yeah. Got lots of cool characters, I gotta say. This game's pretty dope. We even have a little fire spirit.
Wow, another worshiper.
Yeah.
Have a seat.
We have our own little version of Mau Mau in Ezra.
Please be careful.
Likes
I'm
poisons
collecting
and
the
mushrooms,
spores
just a
on the
little bit too
mushroom
much.
canopy. Even the
Nickname too,
slightest
Nick. Hey,
breath
see,
will
yeah. I was a human with a head. I was a human with a head once. Nick is technically a bottom. Books. They're referring to the character, by the way, not the gentle soul.
I
in
don't
TikTok
touch
chat.
garlic, carrots, celery,
All right, let me
broccoli,
do a quick little
green pepper.
jaunt over to my wilderness so I can progress my mutants. Do you guys want to see my mutants? I got some new ones. And for those who don't know, that means like shinies. You put monsters to work in your wilderness and you breed them. And as they get better and stronger, when you breed them, you could get a shiny. And so I got a bunch of mutants. And I'm working on them. I almost have them all. I think I only have about 3 more to do. Let me make sure production is still going. Yeah, we put them to work. Look at this. We just... All of you back to the factory floor. We got a quota to meet. I don't actually know what the quota is. I just know we're usually broke. And I'm not good at running a business. Hi, Emmy. Yeah. Hi, Unusual. How you doing? What are we doing? We're playing Reverse 1989. I'm just getting my wilderness caught up before I move into the main story. Oh, we're grabbing that one. Work on Noir right now since she finished. Ooh, nice. Until we get Jailer, Pickles is the only one. Barbara doesn't really count. That's true. Oh, I forgot about Jailer. You right. Also, what's the other one coming? The Buddy Fairchild? I don't know. It's freaking creepy. The squirrel thing. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I just purely based on the fact that I don't want to look at him that much that I'm not gonna be pulling for him. It creeps me out. I'm sure he's lovely, but no. Hard pass. Not a fan of squirrels and chipmunks. Wow, I'm sorry, these bids suck tonight. What is happening? Is anything over 80k? Anything? God. Ugh. Everyone in this world is poor. I mean, barely. Watch you end up pulling the squirrel. Stop! I am not pulling the squirrel. Nobody clip that. I don't need that to come back to haunt me. I currently have no reason to pull the squirrel. Okay, how about this? How about this? If I pull the squirrel, if I somehow turn on my word and I pull the squirrel, I have to change my Twitter profile picture to Veruca Salt for a week. How about that? You know, the one that got taken out by Willy Wonka by the squirrels? That one. Because deal, bet, okay. I'm not getting that squirrel. Squirrel freaks me out, I ain't doing it. 12 is fine, 12 is good, you're on, I swear to God. I'm not watching any reverse trailers for this fucking character. I refuse. Okay. I just need to switch out some of these guys who are well rested. There we go. And, okay, let me show you my mutants. So, I got my tea kettler with the moss and the mushrooms on him. I got my fancy pants Squinique. Swink, I don't know how to say this, but anyway, that. Sometimes me and MC act like siblings. Yeah, you egg each other on. We got the Abang Akas. I don't know how to say these words. That. Watching Lynn play first day 9. I got the pretty bird lately. The Chipadero. Like, remind me of Kevin from Up. Big fan of the Newt. We got the top hat bird, the dodo. We got we got the axe handle with the top hat. Not the top hat. It's got like a, I don't know, a gentleman's hat or some sort. I don't know. But we got the grouse. Purple snail. Purple fish. I like purple. I got this thing that took way too long. Do you know how many rerolls I had to do to get this guy? I'm pretty sure I wasted like 50 keys. And they only take 1 per roll. It sucked. Animals are like tools. Yeah. And then I got purple crab. And then this is my latest one. Normally they come in a box, but if you get the shiny, he comes in a gift box. I got my cartuncle. And now I'm currently working on this guy, these things, this refined group of bunkle. Yeah. That's it. That's my little group. I think this is done. Hey, it is done. So we can breed. Okay, cool. I need my 2 refined group bunkles. Where are they? Have a good lurk. I'm looking. I'm not finding anybody. Hello? Where are they? Oh my god, they're way down here. Okay, that was 1. There's 2. And okay, they're getting into the 1.4 area. That's not bad. That's okay. They're getting close to breeding time. Imagine I get the mutant early and I don't have to train it all the way up. That would be kind of nice. I don't think it's ever gonna do that. All right, so we'll leave that be, and we'll get into the story. Grab some of that.
You don't know how fiery this girl gets.
Actually, yes, we're going to the story, but I need to check one thing. I need to see when the next monster for Reveries comes out. Fancy octopuses? I feel like I might have missed the octopuses. But maybe, probably? Do we have any monster out? I don't think we do. We do not. I already have this guy. I already did the Ashen Beast, so he's ready to go. These? I've been sucking at these. So that's me. That's me problem.
I don't touch garlic, carrots, celery, broccoli.
Okay, Jay, I know, I get
green
it. You don't like
peppers, not
flavor.
even
I
mustard.
understand.
And I'm
I
still
get it.
alive and kicking.
Still judging
That
you,
junk
though.
has gotta be-
There we go. I think I did mains bulletin too. I think we did triple S. We did. Nailed it. You know what did this? I did a single team for all of this, and it was the Lucy OP team. It was crazy. She just nuked everything. Oh, there's a new limbo stage, you say. Hello. I do like rewards. Wait, I have to do baby limbo again? I don't want to do baby limbo. Oh, that takes so long, and it's easy, but it takes long because you gotta sit through it. I kind of wish if you were already doing like the hard mode, they would just automatically give you the easy mode. No, like fancy slimes earlier? Slimes. Okay, hold on. I want to go look and see what you're talking about. I think I'm missing it. Where would I have been? I would have been in there?
Carrots, celery,
Fancy
broccoli.
slimes. Oh, like, you mean the critters? Is that what you mean? Nobody puts baby in the corner. I mean,
don't touch garlic, carrots, celery, broccoli.
who is baby in this case? Alright, let's get into the main story. We are picking up on the chapter Passion and Delirium. Open your eyes to see the night, close them to see the light. Limbo, I guess? Oh, got you. Yeah, I am living in a corner. Limbo lasts 1 month now, basically, and has 7 stages. Yeah, but I don't like it. But don't they have a different, don't they have different timings? Doesn't the hard, whatever it's called, you know, the later stages, don't mess up my learn. That's okay. Doesn't the later stages reset at a different time? I could be wrong, but isn't that the case? I think I cleared 2.5 of the new versions, I think. I don't know. But that's because I had some, I had characters I needed to build because I, up until recently, haven't bothered to look into, like, team comp. Now I actually have to care, so. Yeah, let's get into that.
This is a serious violation of the rules. I'll have to report this to the physician, and all of your treatments will need to be reassessed.
I just realized, you said we're getting Jailer? This? Jailer? Really? I'm gonna be that person. I'm sorry. Am I the only one who doesn't see playable character in this? I mean, it's a cool design, but I wouldn't say it's a playable design. You know? You have 500 likes now? Is that good? I don't know what's good on TikTok. I see numbers, but like, I don't know what any of them mean. So I'm just like, sure, cool. Yep. Oh, speaking of, I'd like her these. That's fair. Anne tweeted, Anne tweeted about date everything, right? And I was like, no, you don't understand. We had floor tea. She was like, sweet Jesus. She's never escaping that joke. She's never escaping that joke, by the way. Ever. I don't see playable either. I don't see it, right? I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Until a new treatment plan is in place, all members of La Sociedad are confined to their cells without any of their usual privileges.
Please let me know if the game is too loud or too quiet, because we're still working with the date everything sound volume, so. The jailer heavily emphasized.
This is not what we agreed to.
You gave us your word! Affairs within La Sociedad were not to be disturbed!
Ooh.
Please, don't do this. Please, he doesn't deserve this. No one does. We don't want to lose our friend.
Imagine her always chasing a ball of yarn. The previously convulsing prisoner struggles to his feet.
Please, Senora. I swear it won't happen again. I'll take the medicine on time as instructed.
Oh my god.
I promise I won't hurt anyone.
What place it takes it? I think this is set in Argentina
I'm sorry,
for this
Mr.
chapter.
Pablo,
I think
but
someone
rules
correct me.
are
I think it's
rules.
Argentina.
Before you take this poor man from his friends, may I ask you something?
I think this is...
Do you know where these inmates go after they see the physician?
I think that's right. I think so, right?
My duty is to keep order here. What happens beyond these walls is not my concern. Perhaps
Books, is the
they've
audio too loud
recovered
on
from
Twitch,
the
though?
physician's
Or is it good?
treatment and were returned to society.
The jailer's expression relaxes.
Within these walls, the only truth we know is this. No one returns from the clinic of the physician of Kamala.
Sounds good to me, okay.
Are you certain this
Tierra
treatment
del
they
Fuego, the
receive
very south
is
of
really
Argentina.
a cure?
Hey, look at me remembering stuff. Thank you.
Pablo is harmless. He's just a writer who has a talent for finding words and poems. That's all.
Oh, right. One of the inmates
Please let him
showed
stay.
that
We'll look
he had the
after
ability
him.
to turn words into
He can have our share of the
spells,
medicine.
right?
We'll keep him in check.
But this doesn't conform to our regulations.
Hmm.
Still as arrogant as ever, idealist. One day, you'll get us all killed.
Stranger enters the exhibition hall. As she arrives, the jailer exhales with relief.
Oh, it's you. I'm glad to see you here.
She's pretty. She's really pretty.
Who is that?
That's Octavia, one of our model inmates. She's been a great help in the past.
Octavia. Ooh.
If you're interested in prison literature, I'd suggest talking to her instead of the idealist.
So,
Don't talk to that guy.
she's a writer too.
Oh, that's right. They're not all artists. They're
Who
all
would've thought?
writers.
This
specifically.
place has got writers coming out of the woodwork.
I
I
like that
thought
name.
it
Yeah,
would
me
be
too.
easy to find my writer friend in a prison. But what are the odds that I'd break into a place absolutely lousy with them?
Not her feeling right at
He
home in a
used to be
prison.
in their gatherings until she got tired of their nonsense and started her own faction.
Oh, they've got like a civil war going on inside. The new arrival brings out a change in the idealist. He clicked his tongue imperceptibly.
What are you doing here, Octavia? Haven't you heard? The era of chieftains, ghosts, and plantation stories is over. Visceral realism is the future.
Oh god, they're gonna have writing ideal face off.
And has this brilliant visceral realism helped you finish any of these poems? What a waste of time. I'm not interested in your movement or arguing with you. I just walked by and happened to witness another episode of your brutal arrogance.
Her
And
hair
I'm
is
not
pretty.
about
See,
to
she
just
looks
stand
playable.
aside and
Her
watch you
eyes
repeat
playable.
your mistakes. I'm taking Pablo to the physician.
She just needs a better
Care to
outfit
lend
and
a
she'd be
hand, Miss
playable.
Jailer?
We agreed to mind our own business. Are you breaking our agreement? No one will be allowed to erase a word from our poems.
They gonna fight? Oh, we are gonna fight actually. I didn't think we were going to, but yep. Sure are.
Embrace rather than resist.
Haven't you let your ego cause enough trouble, idealist?
Better that than siding with the devil like you.
Imagine him calling someone a devil.
Enough. This pointless arguing ends now.
I love Burton.
Relax.
Well, I'm just another shift.
Regaining control.
Oh, it's us
of
versus
our
both
minds.
of them. That's interesting. Instead of us siding with one of them. Okay, that makes sense. We're essentially trying to break them apart. Okay, I get it.
Well, I'm
Charging. Loading.
What is up with Automod
Get
lately?
out with you.
The light that illuminates all.
Janet's making things sound nastier than they are. This finger here reminds me of that. I
That's
want
why
your
I'm even
American
as tough as
want you
making us
American
an old
poster. Oh my
factory
god.
man.
That's so much more morbid though with his look. Oof.
Stand down, both of you.
Oop. They're in trouble now. Their heated debate continues without any concern for the jailer's warning.
You've never listened. I pity your followers. To be led by such a reckless megalomaniac. Do you even think about the consequences of your actions?
Yeesh.
We fought hard to earn the freedom to discuss literature under their watch. Your impulsive ego threatens to destroy everything we've built here.
Spare me the lecture, Octavia.
Oh.
We don't need permission to do as we please. You're just another
What he
puppet
looks
of
like.
power, kneeling to the eyes behind those
yeah,
glass
for real.
walls. They've trained you to believe it was your own decision, to be good and conform. Who could have done a better job? When I look at you, all I see is a sheep, docile and obedient, just the way the tower wants. What kind of work could someone like you create? Literature isn't defended by
music is
those
going
lounging
crazy
in
for
cozy
this.
rooms, scribbling to soothing music.
Have you looked in a mirror, idealist? You've become a
Yeah, it's
pathetic
probably out of
windmill
stock
tilting fool.
because I have
a
a
monster
timer
tearing
on it.
down everything around you.
Mostly because I don't want it to
A
like be
beast of
done
prey,
too frequently.
Naturally,
It takes a bit,
a
you know?
sheep would be appalled by the mere thought of such a creature. A fearful sheep caught in a vine, confusing the blade that would set it free with the jaws of a lion.
Hmm?
Such a master of metaphor. But I beg you, learn to distinguish right from wrong.
Is this the
Fantasy
most
from reality.
polite
Only then can we
smackdown I've
truly
ever
lead our
seen?
people toward what's right.
Distinguish right from wrong. Don't make me laugh. Is that the limit of your vision?
Oh.
You...
Ooh. Look at this art. The impassioned leader jumps onto a nearby bench, striking a dramatic pose before the crowd. Look at this guy. The music, though. He raises his arms and launches into a speech.
Compañeros, friends, listen to me. There is no truer home to literature than a prison.
Oh! A blast of deafening sound and all words fall from the air. Oh my god, what just happened? Did he just get shot? The idealist's expression freezes. His eyes search down from a frozen face to a dark red hole in his chest. An ominous shade of crimson seeps out.
No. No!
The horrified Arcanist stumbles back, screaming.
Who did this? Hands behind your head and drop to your knees. All of you, now! This is your last warning.
Holy shit. I didn't realize that was the moment in the trailer. The prisoners show no reaction to the jailer's final ultimatum. They stare at the idealist, unmoving.
Idealist, you're bleeding.
Thanks, Roberta.
It's in your chest.
No shit. Jesus. As his life drains away, the idealist appears unsurprised. He simply turns his gaze towards Recoleta.
You must.
Yes. Idealist?
Unfinished words dissolve into silence as the prison itself begins to tremble. The entire exhibition hall twists and contorts, its surroundings warping beyond comprehension, as it dissolving and expanding
going on?
freely. All is still. Time seems frozen in place until someone utters the first words.
Was he shot? Where did the blade come from?
None,
Miss
presumably.
Jailer and you ladies over there, come give me a hand. We need to get into the physician.
The words ignite the first spark.
Did you do this, Octavia? You couldn't face the burning truth of his words, so you pierced his very heart instead. Justice was blazing with
Them
the fire
blaming
of
her
justice.
immediately.
Or was it you, Jailer? Did
Oh,
you
wow. Oh,
intend
they're
to
just
crush
looking
the
for
voice
anybody
of
now.
poetry beneath your wheel of power? It has to be one of you devils in disguise, beasts in human skin.
Can't you see? I had nothing to do with this. I'm as innocent as any of you. I've been trying to keep order here, to protect everyone. And now you blame me?
Yeah, that's unsurprising.
Don't listen to her! The idealist made it very clear! She's trying to get us punished for her own gain!
What would she gain from that,
You're a
though?
murderer, Octavia!
Oh, shit. Little bit, books. Little bit. The prisoner's fury erupts. Oh. In the chaos, Stiletto blocks an arcane skill that pierces the air.
This is mad. You're accusing me without proof. It wasn't me.
This is getting out of hand. I suggest you ladies leave now.
No, wait. It all happened too fast. What happened to the idealist? Is he all right?
What was he gonna say to her?
I didn't even get a chance to ask about Aleph.
Right, Aleph. Is he faking his death? That's a good question. As the tide of people surges around them, the line between life and death blurs beyond recognition.
I agree with the jailer. Timekeeper, Miss Recoletta, let's get out of here.
I don't get it. Who killed them? That's just it. We don't know. We don't know. The violent conflict rages on and everything else becomes meaningless. The illusion of time dissolves, its flow unknown. Under the garden's influence, the frenzy of prisoners begin to resemble an unreadable, chaotic epic. At this moment, an unidentified figure enters their midst, though no one takes notice. The newcomer scrutinizes the motionless corpse.
His vitals are gone. At last, some peace and quiet.
That's Aleph, isn't it?
For a liar and a thief like him, there's hardly a better end than this.
It's got the silhouette. I'm telling you. That Aleph? He reaches into the idealist's coat pocket and pulls out a die. It's an artifact marked by patterns veiled in smoke, an object seemingly not meant to exist in this world. A 20-sided die known only through an omniscient perspective. And now it is stained in an utterly corrupted blackness.
Just as I thought. You had it all along.
Not the cursed T20. You had it all along. Okay, so I didn't realize that the whole D&D angle was gonna play into this patch so much. When they released the skins that had that vibe, I didn't realize it was gonna be a whole thing. I thought they were just picking an aesthetic. I didn't know it was gonna tie in this much, which is really cool. I forgot about this. I would have waited. Dores. Up to this point, I have participated firsthand in several sessions of La Sociedad de Poetas de las Americas. Those literary experiments treated a language as an advanced game, weaving reality and fiction into an invisible web, snaring everyone present in a maze of words. Never before had I been so intimate with literature or thought about it so deeply. I was amazed by how words could so vividly express both playfulness and values. Until that ordinary afternoon, when a poet named Eduardo was recited his new piece with refined rhythm, and Miss Octavia was discussing the state of Sao Paulo with me. No one noticed anything unusual about Mr. Julio's condition. Julio's? Yeah. Huh. So eventually I'm going to assume that both these storylines kind of converge together. Just like he wrote in The Tin Soldier of Sao Paulo. The greatness of Latin America lies in its richness, and from that richness comes misfortune, gnawed by insatiable greed. One man's poverty is another's feast. Suffering nurtures joy. They are like riverbanks, clearly divided. This duality, this paradox, isn't it precisely the kind of question we should be posing through literature? Did Division Aleph kill himself for that die? I don't know if they're the same person, MC. The thud of bone against the hard surface interrupts her. Julio is banging his head against the wall. At the end of the film event, the masked lady talked about 5 objects going missing. I'm assuming that's one of them. Thank you, books. I needed that context because I'm gonna be honest, I couldn't find a synopsis of the film event. Thank you. Do we know what the other objects were, or just there was 5 objects? Not enough. Not enough. Not like this. You can't grasp space and time. I'm still missing some essential language frameworks and thought patterns. With our current language system, I cannot catch the ghost of time. I can only let it slip away from the tip of my pen. Mr. Julio, what's wrong with you? Unlike the panicked Octavia, the other inmates around Julio seem unfazed. That wall is unscalable, Julio. I told you already, I can lend you some of my bandages from last week if you need them. Cursed film reel was one? Ooh. So what in the Horcruxes is that? For a permanently silent object, any form of narration is futile. In the end, you're just wrestling with your own shadow.
What are you all standing around for?
Oh, it's
Can't you see Julio's hurting himself?
Octavia is clearly flustered. Dores knows she must first eliminate any outside interference that might obstruct her ability to help. Miss Octavia, please calm down. Tell me, what do you see?
It's Mr. Julio. He's hurt. Bleeding.
He tried to break through the mirror of a language with his head, but it was actually a wall. By now, Dores has learned how to filter out the surreal embellishment typical of La Sociedad members in order to correctly assess the situation. Mirror or wall, it doesn't matter. Please take a closer look and describe what you see. Clearly and without embellishment, what is Mr. Julio's condition? His muscles are spasming uncontrollably, as if jolted by a cold electric current. His face is tightening, twisting, like he's struggling against a silent force. His fingers are curling into unnatural shapes. His expression keeps changing. First pain, then panic, and finally, blankness. The screen alright? Oh, you mean the design? Yes. No, that's how they differentiate between like this surrealist world that they're living in versus the reality. So this is kind of like in their mind.
Sounds like he's having an epileptic seizure. Perhaps I could offer some help.
Guided by the sound of Julio's whimpers, Dores approaches his head. His head is bloodied.
Please, Miss Octavia, help me so I can help him.
Could you lay him down flat on his side? We have to stop him from hurting himself. Can use my arcane skill. Flashing lights could worsen an epileptic seizure. Does your arcane skill emit intense light? If so, I must ask you to refrain from using it. Octavia hurriedly retracts her incantation. She presses down on Julio's shoulder and lowers him onto the cold, hard floor. The doctor kneels quickly and gently turns the man onto his side, preventing him from injuring himself any further. As time passed, Mr. Julio's convulsions began to subside, but his body remained stiff, his jaw clenched tight. I took a disposable bite pad from the first aid kit and carefully placed it in his mouth, to keep him from biting himself. Eventually, the situation came under control, and Mr. Julio's breathing stabilized. And there everyone went, straight back to the gathering as if it were only a minor inconvenience. Thank you for your help, Miss Erd. The doctor responds with a silent smile.
You seem experienced.
Release toy, that makes sense.
Was it a major part of your responsibilities in Sao Paulo?
Yes. Saving others is my profession. Writing is my hobby. In my home, I am first and foremost a doctor. Miss Erd, you have my utmost admiration. As a doctor, as a writer, and even more as a person beyond any social categorization. You, a doctor who actually lived in the favelas, pointed the barrel at yourself before wielding your words as a weapon. Compared to you, I have achieved nothing of substance. All I do is wave ideals around as if that's enough. Miss Octavia, I am simply a writer who follows her curiosity. I'm afraid I'm not qualified to provide you with any concrete advice, nor am I as great as you say.
You're well prepared for your vision and ambition, for modesty is such an essential part of writing, and you've just demonstrated a skillful use of introspection.
I'd love if they were consistent in the voice acting for this part, I'm going to be so honest. And if they're going to make these side stories required to move forward in the main story, voice them. Add the voice to all of it. I don't really understand why we're not doing that. I just, whatever.
Thank you for your kind words.
But I'd like to return to my room and think for a while. See you tomorrow. Mola Prison. The idealist pursues his ideal to erect a magnificent vision atop the tower of literature. But for those outside the tower, what good is that magnificence? Here I am, locked away in a prison, my words going no further than these walls. I even only have my life because of my wretched father.
It was foolish to think that ideas alone could ease people's pain.
Maybe we're no different from the heretics who were burned at the stake in the Middle Ages. There's 5 items in total, and 3 are unaccounted for, apparently? Oh, interesting. Perhaps only professionals like Miss Erd, doctors with real expertise, can truly save a person. Wait, But this person does have a doctor. A doctor meant to handle every kind of issue, whose specialty is precisely in the mental field. But he's not just a doctor. He's the overseer of this prison. I once asked the idealist why the person in charge here wasn't a regular jailer or a police chief, but a physician. As expected, he brushed me off with some grandiose, idealistic rhetoric. But why has the idealist always seemed so opposed to the physician?
Why?
Can't patients like Mr. Julio, who are clearly suffering, be sent to him?
Puzzles on top of puzzles. Questions after questions. My head.
Her sigh echoes through the circular building, and it is soon answered by a chorus of other sighs.
I can't do this anymore.
Miss Octavia turned and walked away. Though she looked disheartened, I could still see the power of the unwavering force that drove her forward. What would that force be for me? Looking back, I too began to reflect on myself, to contemplate fate, that grand and irreversible force. Just heads up, there will be an ad in about 5 minutes on Twitch, so what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna pause here anyway, because I'm going to answer an email I got. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw on the BRB screen. I'm gonna turn on the music, and we're gonna do that for the next 3 minutes or so, and I'll be right back. Lynn, I'm back. Awkward. I'm about to go on a break. I will be right back. So, same G's, I guess? BRB. Welcome back.
Welcome, sir. I'll bring you some tea. It's not good tea, but it's hot.
Hi,
And it's
Amelia.
frozen,
Hi,
and I'll bring you a
Shiny.
rag, because when I'm frozen, my snot drips. And a nice big
Welcome in,
soba.
friends.
We
Hello,
make the best
hello.
soba. Honest. Bad tea. Great soba, okay?
Hi, Shiny. Did it show the alert on screen or did it not? Did I miss it? Did it do it? Did it do it? Weird. Hi, welcome in. let me do it. When the raid happened, I might have messed it up, so I don't know. I had to come here manually. Oh, maybe it still registered it though. That's weird. But there we go. Let me get that. We're back. We are back. There you go. Shout out for Shiny Bot. Hello, hello. Were you also playing Reverse again? Oh, I see that. Were you pulling for Aleph? Oh man, I'm trying to restrain myself from doing it. I keep telling myself you don't need him. You don't need him. He's only on 2 of the meta teams. You're gonna be okay. You need Nautica. Hold on. Also, Hesabeth is coming and she's very pretty. She's very pretty. So it's a struggle bus. But hello, welcome in, welcome in. I hope the stream was good. For those who don't know, my name is Shelklin. I'm a variety VTuber. I normally say I'm a recovering gacha addict, but here I am playing one of the 2 gachas I still play. And now chat has me downloading a 3rd gacha game because they're terrible influences. Whoever says that streamers are influencers is wrong. We are heavily influenced ourselves. We are very impressionable. Some of us are very stupid. 65 pity? Don't regret it one bit. He's so important to me. There you go. Earlier, have you ever played IDV? I don't know what IDV is. Maybe, probably not if I don't know what it is, but you don't need him. Think of your woman. This is true. This is true. This is true. What's the game? Books. What's the one game that everybody in goddamn chat for the last like 2 weeks has been telling me to play? It's not new. They just won't stop. Which one is it? I know you know. I know you know. They've also been covering Discord with it in the other games channel. Excuse me, I got hiccups. It's Cookie Run motherfucking Kingdom. I don't know anything about this game. And yet here I am collecting cookies. Again, we are the impressionable ones. We are not influencing anybody, they influence us. Where is the extra star for this? What am I missing? I have a little thingy beside it, but it's not... Oh, you know what? I bet it pops after I finish, like, hard mode or something. It's a 1v4, like, Dead by Daylight, but it's way better? Oh, then probably not. Probably not. I'm not even a fan of Dead by Daylight that much, to be totally honest. Even co-op games? It has to be a very particular co-op game for me to play it. I'm gonna be honest. When it's like... When it's competitive co-op, I'm not a big fan. Not the cookies, the cookies. It's the cookies. The extra yellow thingy should show up before beating hard mode. And that's what I don't understand. Where is it? This is the second one that hasn't shown up because I had another one back here too, I think, that I just had to give up on. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'm crazy. Where is it? Go ahead, download the game too. If you want to suffer with me. You want to suffer too? I just click and drag around the map and over until I find it. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, you got the right idea. But I'm not seeing crap. Well, it's not required, whatever it is, so we're moving on. Let me click on 17 first. 17? Oh, 7. I did. That's what yeah, that's what I had clicked. But nothing. Book it. Suffer with you? Oh, jeez. Cookie Run is so addicting, but I just quit. Don't make me download again. That's what I said. And yet, here we are. The Spider's Web. Open it, reread it, witness firsthand the events that transpired within the desert. So strange, right? It's the second one, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but anyway. So how is Elf? You like it? Have you used them at all? Or did you just like get them and like, now you're broke? As in like no mats or nothing? I'm making you drink alone. God damn it. It's okay, there's lots of people. I'm gonna have so many cookies and cream milkshakes tonight, I'm funny. Okay. Oh, sorry, I'm mishandling this raid so bad. Thank you so much for the raid, Shiny. I hope you had good. And also, if you have to raid and run, I understand. Otherwise, grab a snack, grab a drink, grab a blankie. I can't remember my own spiel. Remember how I said today was the day where my brain was like a slip and slide? That's what, evidently, you know? Evidently. Sometimes you yell arrow pointing towards it. Aleph is okay. He helps Eureka people and such. Yeah, I'm more so was just wondering, like, Shiny, like, how they found it themselves, like, with their teams. I personally am not gonna use him anytime soon, but yeah, there's no nothing for it. I mean, normally there's something for it, and it's usually not that far away from the main focus, and yet nothing. So screw it. We'll come back later.
Ladies, I must apologize for what happened back there.
Have a good dinner, Shiny. Thank you again for the raid. I appreciate it.
We were caught off guard. There has never been a commotion of that scale before.
So Idealist just died.
I must report this to the physician.
And someone
Don't
took
worry,
his
Miss
D20.
Jayla. We made it out in one piece.
Thank you for your understanding.
By someone, I'm pretty sure is Al.
Ordinarily, I would arrange to escort you to a safer location.
Because there was way too hot of a voice
to be an NPC. But I'm afraid at this hour you'll have missed the last train. And the roads are icy at night.
That's a lot of reasons. Hearing this, Recoleta exchanges a quick but meaningful expression with her companions.
Psst. Verdun, we can't leave like this.
I mean,
we appreciate your kind consideration, Miss Jayla. But we still have some unfinished business here.
Oh, right. I forgot why we were here.
I see.
Torres.
I'll arrange a clean room in a safer section for you.
I forgot why we were here to begin with.
To ensure your safety tonight.
I got too swept up in the insanity that is this place. Night falls as the girls huddle together, scrutinizing their unfamiliar surroundings.
They actually found us a spare room.
Sorry, I just like how Sinetto is genuinely surprised.
It's a cell like all the others. Don't worry. This isn't the first time we've ended up on the wrong side of the bars.
Verdun.
At least this time we're just here for the night. Not a full sentence.
The music is definitely playing this up too. Nice. Sinetto lets out a whisper-thin protest.
Though, this cell is quite different from the ones we've been in before. Not just the cell. The whole prison is unlike anything I've seen.
And the society they've been running here isn't some mere pastime. They're having real discussions about meaningful topics, even though the rest of the world has been cut off from them.
Have you guys noticed that there's like a trend?
We're still in an Arcanist prison. A place where conflicts and violence can erupt at any moment. Let's not forget that.
Have you guys noticed that every time a prison is depicted in not just a gacha game, but in media in general, like especially, like I'm thinking particularly this, Genshin, like the Fortress of Maripede, same kind of idea. They always really focus on like how the whole dynamic of society has turned our back on us, and so we built our own society, like that kind of thing. It's just a really common trope. An Arcanist prison, a place where conflicts and violence can erupt at any moment. Let's not forget that. Yeah, Snetto Sweetie, it's jail cell. They have spare rooms. Yeah, right? Exactly. Snetto Sweetie. And so it's just interesting, though, how all these different societies can look different.
Miss Jailer warned us from the start. These prisoners are mentally unstable and potentially dangerous.
Correct.
Miss Recoleta, with all due respect, we can't afford to see this place through rose-colored glasses. We'd be overlooking the risks, as we did earlier.
Always the voice of reason, Sinetto.
And with all due respect, Sonetto, we didn't overlook any danger. At least I didn't. A writer must be observant if she is to accurately reflect the world in her writing.
Ooh, she didn't like
that. But you...
We came here with different goals. And still, none of them have been accomplished. I
I like
suggest we
Verdant stance.
focus
We
on our
still
respective
don't have shit.
missions instead of fighting with one another.
Apologies, Timekeeper. Miss Recoleta, I take back everything I said.
So submissive.
Don't apologize, Soneto. I'm at fault too. Sometimes I forget that words can be as sharp as swords. You were only thinking about our safety. I shouldn't have been so rude. I actually really admire how you fought back there.
Oh my god,
If
what is
you'd allow
happening
me,
right now?
I'd
What
like to
in
write
the
a poem for
sleepover
you
in prison is
once
this?
my novel's finished.
Sonetta's like, I'm
That's
good.
terribly kind of you. But honestly, I think we've had enough poetry today to last a lifetime.
I feel like Verdant is
Let
just
me
like
know
the
if you change your
pinnacle
mind.
of diplomatic.
By the way, did either of you see what happened to the idealist?
He got shot. Recalling their recent conflict, the dominable girl finally hesitates.
The jailer told me she went back to the gallery once everything calmed down. She found nothing. No blood, no shell cases, not even a trace of the idealist.
Oh. What?
Timekeeper, now's really not the time for ghost stories.
Sonetta, please.
Do you mean that maybe the idealist somehow managed to get out of there on his own?
I feel like it might
Or
have been...
perhaps someone
well,
else
I don't
helped
think
him.
he faked his death.
Well,
I don't think he faked it, because
according
otherwise...
to the idealist and
what's
our
space wouldn't
jailer,
have came and taken the D20?
any inmates who are unwell will be taken to the physician. It's possible someone brought him there, while everyone else was shouting and running about.
You're right. It could be that he's with the physician right now. I'm relieved. That was a sudden plot twist, but a visionary of his magnitude doesn't deserve to die in silence like that.
Ugh, I don't know how
To
to
be
tell
fair,
you.
the gunshot
did.
was quite loud, as was the ensuing commotion.
Ugh. Nonetheless, he couldn't have just died like that. I
Sure
mean,
he can.
the readers would riot if a writer were to kill off a
I
character
think they're
so
the same
abruptly.
person, just a hunch.
But you believe he's still alive too, am I right?
I don't know enough about Aleph. Like, I don't know what is at play there. She knows her words are merely a cover. She needs an answer. A real,
There's
undeniable
nothing
answer.
that we can be certain of for now.
Wait.
But on a brighter note, we didn't come back empty-handed from our mission either, Sonetto.
Hold on, MC. Hold on. I want to cook with that thought. Because I didn't think about it either. I don't know about the lore. But then I'm like, wait. If they're introducing the idea of timelines being shuffled, and people can, in theory, meet, maybe not them past selves, but at least themselves within the timeline elsewhere, and that other self may not be aware of them yet. You know what I mean? Like, it could be the same person. Aleph could be the idealist, but just reshuffled from the... No, wait, he's an Arcanist. He wouldn't be reshuffled from the storm. Wait, no, that's a lie. Wait. Duncan's an Arcanist, so how is he reshuffled? I'm losing the narrative, I think. Hi, Starry, how you doing? Okay. Interesting.
We found Dr. Dorez's signature in the gallery. You were right all along, Recoleta. She was here.
What if he has an evil twin brother?
But
The
we
old
didn't see
cliche.
her
What if
at
it's
the
just a
gathering.
classic?
Could something have happened to her?
Could be.
Like with the idealist?
Do you think she was also sent to the physician and never made it back?
This is all just speculation.
Do we know when the
If we want to
physician
find
came
the
into
idealist,
quote-unquote
Or
power?
Dr. Dorez. We need to
Because
speak
what
to
if
this
Doris
physician
is the
first.
physician? Did we have a... Did
Miss
she
Recoleta,
write about there being a physician
Do
before?
you believe that the idealist could be your pen pal, Aleph?
Whether he is or not, he's still my best lead.
I'm trying to remember the little side stories we had with her.
Amigas,
About
I've had
Jolt
this
Eddie.
strange
There's that. We
feeling
were
in my
all
gut
wrong
since we
about
got
Bolt
here.
and Eddie, okay? We were all
Something's
wrong about
slowing
Bolt
us
and Eddie.
down.
Multiple times.
Now, to figure
Like,
out what it is...
I have a screenwriting degree, and not once was I right about that storyline. And I think that's partly my fault. I think I underestimated Date Everything. I think I underestimated the writers, and I should not have. I just didn't realize that they were going to go so deep, I guess? I don't know. Thank you. How are the Adventure State? They're doing good. They're doing good. We're in chapter 8 of the new Reverse 1999 story.
Look, it's a wild guess, but just wait till I finish. It feels like
And we're in a very
everything
interesting
happening
prison.
in this prison is somehow connected to my novel. El auge y la caída
I'm
de
gonna
la
say it,
cordura.
books. I'm sorry.
We're
I
no
think
strangers
Recoletta's
to
got a
wild
terrible
guesses.
case of main character syndrome.
And sometimes they're closer to the truth than you'd think.
Like, she just seems to think that
So
everything has to
this-
do with her storyline, and it's like,
The rise
I don't know
and
how to
fall
tell you
of
that you're just a
sanity.
person. You're just a
Sorry.
girl.
What exactly is your story about?
You're a writer, but you're just a person. Questions scattered as the midnight gloom. Outside, moonlight spills over gray-white snow.
Huh. Nunca pensé que te interesaría.
Books, I'm sorry.
Sorry, it's been a while since
I mean, I
told
think
it from
it
the beginning.
is very much a part of her
few-
character. I think it's a very
few years
notable
ago,
character trait.
I worked as a forest ranger.
But it's
It
almost like
happened
you
in a
need
desert
to
town called
you need to
Amalfitano.
kind of refocus
In
when you're
Sonora,
reading
back
her or
in
like watching her, because
1975.
everything she's perceiving seems to go through this lens of how does this play into my narrative? How does this play into me being, you know, my story? It's like,
You know what?
some things just happen,
Most people
you know?
say the beginning's a bit hard to get into, except for Aleph. I'm thinking of rewriting it. But if you like the sound of it so far, maybe I could read you the latest part I just finished?
Books don't be mad. She studies her reader's expression, guessing madly at their responses. Oh, that's a pretty
Todo
art.
empezó con los datos de frecuencia de las
They'll
cintas.
start with the frequency data from the tapes. Look at this art! That's so cute! Oh, look at our girlies! I'm also just realizing they gave all three of them a single bed? Well, I guess it is prison. That's unfortunate.
El patrón general
The general
parecía
pattern
haber
seemed to have
cambiado.
changed. At
Al
first,
principio, la
Paracausality procedure
investigadora de
chalked it up to
paracausalidad
statistical
lo
error.
atribuyó a un error
glitch, perhaps.
estadístico.
Oh, sorry.
Un fallo,
I'm not
tal
mad.
vez.
Okay, are you just
Oh,
disappointed?
Sorry. But after a few days and long nights of
Yeah, I
meticulous
see.
calculations,
See how
that
God, we share the same
explanation
brain. I
only
hate
became
it.
less and less plausible. The odds of success
Prison
and
poetry
failure kept
sleepover.
shifting,
Yeah, just a
and
little,
the chance of repeating the previous result kept growing.
just a little story before
It was
bed.
as if someone had tampered with the rules and tweaked it to their liking.
Huh.
She took her findings to Amalfitano, the town of nothing, as they called it then.
But you see what I mean? She's reading her story to us as a bedtime story.
Near the
We could
old
have just
moon,
gossiped.
she met a blind weaver who spoke softly of an old tale.
I just want to do the parent line. That's fair.
I heard a strange rustling at dawn, like a die rolling along a wooden floor. Then the morning light
Yeah, I see it.
dimmed
Yeah.
and died. That was the last time I saw
Hey
the
guys,
sun.
I know we're in prison for
My
the
own
night, but
hands.
like, how
the
fun
threats
would
I
it be if
worked
I
with.
just read some chapters from the book I'm writing?
Second time I heard the
You know, the
die
one I
roll,
never shut the fuck up
I was
about?
told the oxen in the field sank to their knees and never stood
How about I just
again.
read you like a few dozen chapters?
By the
Yeah?
third roll,
I think it sounds great.
the
Let's do
fields
that.
were crawling with frogs.
You know, Burton's
Clouds
just like,
ran over them, and some
oh,
still
I wish for a
writhed,
storm right now.
squeezing themselves deeper into the cracks in the earth.
Hi, Roro, how you
the
doing?
fourth time the die rolled.
I should pay
10
attention to this,
dormice
right?
Plunged
I'm
into
so
the
sorry.
sea in a
I'm too busy
strange
roasting
sleepwalk,
Recoleta.
and 10 bears feasted for the last time before winter arrived.
They could have yapped. They could have yapped.
Final roll of the die was cast in a cage during a duel. Before a crowd of eager eyes, the winner left with 10 pounds of gold, and the loser left with 10 flies, which fell on him to feast.
Oh, and Burton's like, Christ. Great. The quiet spreads throughout their cell like a rolling tide.
Is that all?
Oh, that book is a bit more than just higher
seems
education.
like
Yep,
it.
right?
Well, there's more, but I haven't quite
She's got a
figured those
problem.
parts out yet. Any thoughts? Anything?
She's the type of
I
person
can
that
take
makes
it.
her,
Please,
like,
I
her
really need
magnum
some
opus
feedback.
everybody else's problem.
I
Okay.
wonder if the protagonist ever finds this Die of Babylon in the end.
Okay, so is it that on the
Burton,
nose that that's
it
what
isn't
that
a real
is?
die, it's just a metaphor.
I mean,
Oh,
you
I
think.
see. I must have missed that. Sorry. Still, it's a beautiful story. Sad,
Burton is so good
but
at being
beautiful.
diplomatic, like genuinely.
The story is still too
Admirable.
obscure, isn't it? Aleph warned me about this. In our last correspondence, he suggested adding the Blind Weaver to shed light on the hidden theme. It helped at first, but even with a sage advice, no matter how hard I tried, the plot just didn't seem to move forward.
Wonder if he's trying to
You're
write
stuck in that village with
through
them,
her.
lost, dazed, isolated inside their small,
Like
disconnected
if his suggestions
moments.
are based on what's actually
Something
happening.
crucial is missing.
Because it sounds
Leaving
like
gaps between the
the Die of
characters
Babylon
and the
is a very
scenes.
real thing.
Should I change the storyteller's perspective? Start a
Vert for
different
president.
angle?
Agreed.
Or maybe
Vert for
rewrite
Prime
the
Minister.
characters completely? What should I do?
Before the writer sinks into a swirling vortex of self-doubt, someone decides to push for something tangible.
Apologies, but you said your story somehow connects to what's happening here in the Panopticon. What makes you think that?
Sorry, can we just appreciate Soneto for a second? Where she's actually like, hi, yeah, sorry to take you back away from talking about your fucking book again. Can you tell me again how this is important to the fact that we're in prison? Like, it's just a nice way of saying like, hey, can you fucking focus? Like, congrats. Wait, congrats for
Strange
what?
feeling. Like, everything here
You can read
belongs
between the
to a
lines, yeah.
dream I once had. Only, I can't remember it.
Do you mean that you have a sense of deja vu? It's nothing to worry about. Our psychiatrist friend Kakania told me those moments are often the result of a dysfunctional connection between two parts of the brain, like a little glitch in our heads.
Gotta love when Kakania
No,
pops up.
it's
She's not even
nothing
here.
like deja vu.
The storyteller snaps back, slightly agitated. She's not even just trying to move the
Deja
advance the
vu
plot.
is
She's
a
just trying to get
single
on with her
moment,
goddamn
a
day.
specific situation. But here it's everything. La Sociedad, the rules, the idealist, even the incidents in the gallery. Each one unfolds in a similar pattern, like the grooves on a record, telling a story I feel I've listened to before. Amalfitano and Comala. They're two sides of that same record, playing out the same tune. Whatever happens in my story seems to be happening here too. I had that feeling when I met you as well, Miss Verton. At first I thought it was only an interesting coincidence. You're much like the first character in my story. A traveler with a suitcase.
The girl rambles on, desperately relating to her characters. Oh boy, if that isn't the phrase
Then I
of the
realized
goddamn patch.
The doctor, your Doris. She's like the blind weaver who lost her sight to the dye despite having always been faithful to it.
It's almost
And
like
the jailer.
someone's
She's the
writing
bank
through
clerk
you.
who assisted the corporation in taking over the town in order to escape her past.
Mm-hmm.
And the idealist, he's the murdered donkey driver. And the dye of Babylon.
Mm-hmm. There you go. She's finally getting to the point.
Mis queridos amigos ficticios.
My dear fictional friends, what on earth
¿Qué
is
rayos
happening
les
to you?
está pasando?
Mhm.
Wait. Are you saying that everyone we've met here matches a character from your story? Like some kind of archetype?
Not really like an archetype, like
That
an
sounds-
actual depiction.
Unbelievable. But then again, maybe you're onto something.
Sorry, I'm thinking about those disclaimers at the beginning of books and movies, like, this is a work of fiction. Any relation to anyone, you know, anyone or anything in real life is simply coincidence. And Recollectors, just think of the lawsuits.
You see the world through a different lens that none of us share.
Not just the characters. The events here are mirroring my story too. Aleph. He's the only one who truly understood my story. If things are playing out just like my novel, then
There you go.
maybe Aleph is in fact still here.
Oh, she's so
Are you
close to the point.
suggesting that someone is controlling the Panopticon in order to make it follow the same plot as your story? That they've set the rules,
Man, writers are the
started
same, I'm
poetry
telling you.
group, planned the attack on the Idealist, and tried to prevent us from finding Dr. Dorez? If that's true, Miss Recoleta. It's very likely that the one acting against us is in fact Aleph himself.
There you go, Verdun. This is why you're the leader. This is why you got the top hat. Recoleta never expected the chain of reasoning to unravel this way. There you go.
But No. How could
What
that
do you
be
mean,
possible?
no? She interrupts, only for confusion to creep onto her face moments later.
Why? Why would he do this?
There you go.
Don't see any reason why he'd be connected. He's an intelligent, cultured, and profound person, not a common killer. No, none of this adds up.
Okay, well.
Remember, Dr. Doris was brought to Ushuaia by the Xeno rebels.
True. How did she get away from him?
To
Do we know
Manus
that?
Vindictae.
Also true.
If this Aleph really is hiding Doris from us, he may be working with them.
You might be working with the bad guy. Recoleta stares blankly for a time before clumsily shifting to the topic.
Oh, my... Soneto. I didn't know you had such a flair for stories. Maybe you should join us and become a visceral realist too.
Girl.
I think you're only imagining things. Perhaps you were inspired by this strange prison?
Perhaps we all need to start writing our own stories.
Mm-hmm. You see any repeated messages? Fine.
Come
Oh,
out
good.
now.
Oh, good.
Whoever's out there, speak up.
I like Verdun.
How can we help
This is why
you?
Verdun is the best girl.
Who's there?
Is this the time? Do you get to meet him? Nope. Nope. The game really said get fucked.
Embrace rather than resist.
Oh, they're literal shadows. One of them looks like Octavia, though. It looks like the silhouette. I'm sorry, my big ass head's covering her. One of them looks like Octavia. At least the cheapy version.
Calm down.
Attack.
But then again, they've reused those models before, so that doesn't really mean anything.
Rise and shine.
Eliminate target.
My class not a week before this came out. That's weird timing. See, it's acting like I did the trace, but I didn't. Okay, got that one. Now this one doesn't have one. Okay, it had one before. I wonder if it's just not disappearing after we do them. You know the ones that come up for What's-Her-Face's story? I wonder if they're just not disappearing properly until you leave and then come back. Because we had another one before, but it's gone now. And so I wonder if that's why. You know what? They're probably just not removing them from the name fast enough. And I say they, but it's probably not removing itself, is what I mean. That's what's going on. It's not that I'm missing a piece, it's that it's just not... Got it. Okay, I see what's happening. That actually makes a lot more sense. We can actually test that theory with the next one we get. Whenever we get another Dorez like side story, we'll have a little diamond icon here at the end, and when we're done, it'll still be there. And then if we leave and come back, I guarantee it'll be gone. Because I just got a reward for it, so it's definitely like there isn't any others. A silent and merciless order of ideals. No reward. Oh, so there's no fight in this one at least. Not that it matters, but.
Easy, easy.
Oh,
It's
one of them
me,
was
Garcia.
Octavia.
We met
Hey,
at
look
the
at me
gallery
knowing
earlier.
stuff. What if you loop back through the whole thing? Wait, what do you mean? I did. I literally just clicked through all of them. What do you mean?
Please, I come in peace.
She has Lucy hair, I'm just saying. Recoleta pays no mind to the young man's explanations. Her focus holds on the woman beside him.
It's you, Octavia! The murderer herself!
Okay, that's a little biased.
Please, calm yourself, Miss Recoleta.
Yeah, for real. Chill.
The jailer has already confirmed that she wasn't the one to fire at the idealist. The shot came from somewhere else in the room.
For the other stars? Yeah, I did. Just did. I just clicked through them real quick. Recoleta bites her lip, giving a little space to the intruders.
Miss Octavia, what brings you here at this hour?
books,
I
I'm gonna
come
say
here out of
something you're
goodwill.
probably not gonna like.
Believe me, I didn't want any bloodshed either.
She's not there yet?
I understand you just arrived today.
She's not there yet?
There's something you need to know about the inmates here.
But when it comes to interacting in a group, Recoleta is starting down the same path as March for me. She's not that intense yet, because I am not a fan of March with a burning passion. But she's heading down that road where I'm just like, girl, you need to chill. You need to chill. You need to stop yelling at people. You need to stop. You're pissing me off a little bit. She's not quite there yet. Now she's just irking me, but she if she keeps going. She needs to not turn into March. Their visitor's expression is weary and low.
We're outcasts. Rejected by society
yeah, she has
and
Lucy
literature.
hair.
And our privileges are limited within
Very
these
similar, no?
walls. But before I started my own literature group, I struck a deal with the Panopticon authorities. If we cooperate and stay out of trouble, they'd leave us be. We could discuss literature freely and openly in Comala. Such a thing may seem trivial to you, but this is of immense importance to us.
Oh, there's no happier thing in this world than discussing literature. No one should ever put limits on it.
You're right, Recoleta. But we're prisoners here. There are certain rules we have to follow.
Is there a reason for the jewelry they have? Because it's very significant. Or at least it looks very significant. They all have the same like sun shape on them.
So-called ism could break us free
that
from
could
the
just be a
cage
mark
of the ever
of like
watchful eye.
their little society they got going on in here. But it's just interesting that they all have one.
Perhaps he was right. You might have achieved more if you'd listened to him. After all, visceral realism keeps us connected to who we are.
Oh, she's cruising for a
You
bruise,
have
and I'm
to
sorry.
believe in the truth of visceral realism, because out there, beyond these walls, many of us still do.
And what has it changed? Garcia, you're the latest inmate here. Tell us, 3 months ago, before they arrested you and took you here, what has the visceral realism movement accomplished out there?
Beside them, Garcia, who had been patiently leaning against the railing, produces a metallic vibration on its gates. A rough paper roll burns between his lips. Oh, he's smoking.
At first, it was revolutionary. Young poets joined in droves. We held gatherings. And the literary world seemed alive again. I was just a kid when the leading poets left the city. Everyone thought it was only temporary. But it didn't come back. And nothing has happened since.
What is this?
No one says it. But we all know. Visceral realism died in 1977.
Damn.
No, not for me. It's not dead as long as people still believe in it. I believe in it.
Octavia ignores the childish remark. She knows that conviction can be as fragile as a spider's web.
Belief, faith, what is this obsession with the true self? Why does your type always insist on there being a true self hiding beneath our roles in society? Our disciplines?
Look at the idealist. He never once stopped fighting for what he
That's such
believed
an
in,
interesting take
even
from
long after
Octavia,
he
to
was
be
put
honest.
behind these bars.
Idealist, what a name he gave
That's
himself.
a thought. Wait, that's actually a
Who will
really
he
deep
be
thought
when he
that I
finally
never really
breaks
thought
free
either
from the
of.
eyes of the central tower? When he's left without his willful audience. And nobody. That's what.
That's a really interesting thought she just voiced, though, for a moment. Like, so, it's true that they're very hung up on the idea. I would even say, like, today's society in real life, or because everyone gets recycled, yeah, is really hung up on the idea that, like, behind our jobs, behind the things that we have to do because of society, because of our rules, underneath all that, there's a personality underneath. And I kind of like Octavia's point where she's like, why? Why does there have to be? Why can't all of these things coming together be what is you? And I'm like, that's an interesting take. That's an interesting thought. Because, yeah, I guess really, what what makes that any less of a person or an identity, as all these things kind of coming together to form a person? You know what I mean? Like, it's interesting. It's an interesting take. I actually might bring that up in therapy next time I go. It's actually a really because ironically enough, I am working with my therapist on working on like building my self identity and like determining what that is, and because going through the whole unmasking journey. So that's actually a really interesting concept. Huh. I might actually, I want to write this down. I want to bring this up to her.
And that is a truth even he is terrified of.
Miss Octavia, I hope you've come with something more important to share than just some criticism of the idealist.
That's such a nice way, Verdun, of
You're
saying,
right.
I hope you didn't just come here to talk shit.
I have an important message for you.
Oh.
Dr. Torres. I heard you were looking for her.
Uh-huh.
The woman from the Sao Paulo Veterans Residence. She
Write it
used
down,
to
write it
write
down.
under
I know
the
I'm
name
going to.
Erd. Didn't she?
Yes, that's right. Do you know her? You're the
My
first
therapist is
person
a
I've
big
met here to
advocate
speak
for me
plainly
playing
about
games.
her. Do you know where
Pardon
she
me.
might be?
We crossed paths, but only briefly. I'm not sure where she's gone. Maybe the authorities know. However, she left this with me. I think you'll need it more than I do.
If it's a typewriter, I'm gonna lose my shit. Oh, okay. Octavia hands over her personal folder. What is this? Before they might open it, she has already turned to leave.
We have other matters to attend to. I'll leave you to your business. Garcia, shall we?
Their visitors leave in haste, their faces and expressions obscured by the night's shadows. The Foundation's investigators open the worn manuscript folder with caution.
The physician told me the horrifying truth about the panopticon of Kamala and the power behind it. Manus Vindictae.
Torres coming in clutch
By
again.
becoming the
Let's go.
panopticon's sole patron, they seized control of the resources and the allocation system, turning this place into a living hell. I suspect that the physician, the current highest authority here, is responsible for this situation.
Okay, so there goes my theory of Doris
I
being the
discovered that
physician.
the inmates were put through brutal training, even when they were too sick to carry out their tasks.
Oh.
They also forced pure-blood Arcanist inmates to wear their masks, effectively turning them into murmuring puppets.
Oh, you're seeing the story yet again.
Just
Yep.
as we suspected, Manus Vindictae is orchestrating everything. No wonder we didn't find them in the city. They've been hiding here all along.
No one would have thought to come looking for them here.
I definitely think Doris could be future Verdun. They snapped the folder shut. Familiar signature seen on the forward page of Utu magazine and the receipt found in Sao Paulo's heartfelt home.
But why would Miss Octavia
I
bring this
understand
to
it
us?
could be future
What's
Verdun.
in it for her?
I want it to be her mom, though.
Do you think she's trying to mislead us, Timekeeper?
I know it's not, but I want it to be.
But the handwriting in that notebook is most certainly Erd's. If she's leading us astray on purpose, why? Miss Recoleta, what do you think? Could she be Aleph?
Not a chance. Haven't you seen how she denies everything beautiful in the world?
Oh
Aleph
my
would never
god.
be so
I'm
biased.
sorry, I'm just...
No. Aleph is like a mirror. He reflects both light and shadow. But Octavia,
I'm sorry.
maybe she hasn't looked
I
at the
wanna
shadow
tell like
within
her, but she-
for a long
driving me
time.
crazy.
I know that look on her face. It's the look of a writer. I've seen so many like her during my trip. The faces of a lost, struggling generation.
Oh, excuse me. I have a theory. Okay, hit me. Fair warning, I didn't get to see the ending of the last two events. So, I mean, no what you're talking about. Under the night sky, Kamala Prison stands like forgotten gravestone covered by fine, cold snow. Went straight to 3.0. Okay. Have they done that before? I'm trying to remember if we ever had a 0.9. Have we ever had a 0.9? In a room repurposed from a prison cell, all three girls in search of someone share an absurd, bizarre tale. Meanwhile, the end. Fuck, didn't read that fast enough. That's the
Dr.
Assassin's
Merlin,
Creed patch.
I'm here to report on today's events.
Pretty sure they said August
Come
for
in.
Assassin's Creed, right? Which, what patch are we on right now? If there's a patch in between, then I could see that being a thing, maybe. Like, what are we on? Are we on 2.5? 2.5 or 2.6? Or are we on 2.7? What are we on? But yeah, I could have sworn they said August, so whatever August happens to be, I would think. I still don't really understand what that. Are they gonna do a whole patch? Sorry, excuse me. Yawning. We're on 2.6. Okay. So I guess a patch is about a month-ish, more like 3 weeks, I guess. So 2.6. We're on the tail end of this one. So let's say just beginning of August is 2.7. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be Assassin, or I don't think there's gonna be a 2.9. Period. I don't think they've ever done a 0.9 though. Have they? I don't remember there being a 1.9. Was there? Hold on. Reverse. 299. 1.9. Oh no, there was a version 1.9. No, I stand corrected. Okay. Oh, that was 1.9. Oh my god, really? That feels not so long ago. Okay. Oh, I stand corrected then. I don't know. I can't see them devoting a whole patch to it either, though. You know what I mean? I could see them doing like an in-game event or something, but I can't see them doing a whole ass patch. Did they put out any more information other than the date? Because that was the last I saw. The jailer's visit does not deter the man behind the desk. He continues writing, wholly absorbed as if each letter were filling the world around him.
There was a commotion in the gallery today, sir. An inmate known as the Idealist was severely injured. The inmates nearby said he lost consciousness
I'm wondering
from
about
blood
before.
loss.
Like, I'm wondering if there was ever a 0.9.
However, after we put everyone back in their cell, the Idealist was gone. I made a sweep of the grounds, but there was no trace of him.
The bending.
It's possible that he regained consciousness and went into hiding. I'll perform a full search tomorrow.
I don't think he went into hiding. I think he's fucking dead. The Jaguar finds herself quite unexpectedly concealing the truth about Pablo. Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
No need.
I think. I mean, but there was a 1.9, so I'm incorrect in that.
He knew the consequences of breaking the rules, did he not?
Ooh, he's the physician?
Sir, with all due respect, I think today's incident proved just how dangerous it is to let the inmates keep their weapons.
Interesting.
We never should have let them walk around with deadly weapons. Even if we had to, we should have doubled the guards. We can't expect them to follow their own rules simply out of fear of the central tower.
The physician interrupts her sharply, with no hint of concern.
Such matters fall beyond your purview, jailer. You only need to do what's required of your title.
That's a good
Is there anything else?
There is another thing. 2 guests from the Foundation came through today. They said they were looking for someone named Doris. They've shown a willingness to cooperate, though they were involved with the incident in Corridor Zero.
The sound of writing continues. Report is disregarded. The jailer takes a deep breath. The next part is difficult to say.
There is one more thing. I told Miss Octavia we're short on rations, and she's adjusted the inmates' portions accordingly, but that won't last long. Manus Vindicti stopped providing supplies back in March, and Zeno has collected all the prisoners they had previously placed in
Books, calm down. I could listen to that voice read me to sleep and flip me like a pig
and brought all the prisoners with them. I also noticed that we haven't received any orders from the government since Warden Tartuffe was transferred. In fact, we haven't had any communication with them at all. Sir, in frank terms, we're facing down a serious shortage of medicine, food, and basic supplies. At this rate, the Panopticon will soon be unable to operate. Where will
I still don't understand how we're getting this character as a playable. The man before her says nothing for a long time. His pen is still flickering over the page.
Can we ask the Foundation for help?
I'm so confused how he's going to respond to Recoleta.
In the Panopticon? I could arrange a meeting if you like.
You're unusually talkative today.
Wow. The man finally stops writing and looks up.
Pardon, sir?
Are we gonna get some hot art of him?
That's fascinating,
when they
you
reveal
know.
him? Oh,
You've become so
no,
much more
almost.
concerned about this place and its inmates than when you first started. You are now dictated by your title.
I didn't mean to overstep. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
You can go now.
Oh.
I have a great deal of work to do. Oh, and one more thing.
He beckons the jailer back before she leaves.
Make sure this month's Kamala Congress is held according to schedule.
Oh, he says schedule.
Yes,
oh,
sir.
I hate it. Oh no. Are there 3 Alephs? Wait, why do you say that? Wait. What do you mean? Why? Sir, books. Not with the twerking emo.
How many times have I warned you about this?
Oh my god.
The idealist has to go. He's nothing but trouble for us. You're too soft on him, Aleph. Look at the mess he has us in now.
Oh. MC, what the fuck? Where did you pull that from? What gave you the hint? I didn't even think of multiple until you said that. Why multiple? Damn it. His Spanish is dog shit. Oh, that's unfortunate. Sir, okay, hold on. Books says, and I quote, "Sir, flip me, soak me in butter." 2 twerk emotes and 2, what is that? What is that emote? Not the smirk. I'm looking at the hair. Oh. I didn't even consider that. Holy shit. Like exceptionally bad. Oh, is it? Oh, no good. I wouldn't know. I'm white as Wonder Bread, so that's fair.
Calm down.
Oh.
He's a rabble-rousing thief, a self-destructive maniac, a snake in the grass.
Multiple, or is he
even
have
stole the
multiple
tape from
personality
Oliver.
disorder?
He's nearly ruined
Oh, I
everything
should say
we've
multiple
worked.
personality disorder. What's the proper term? Could he be a system? I guess that's the word I'm looking for. The art, the voice, they all seem similar. In the dim room, it flickers with a comforting glow.
It's only a die, Merlin. It does nothing more than a die can do.
Merlin.
You were there today. You saw what he did. He managed to change the panopticon with this die, even if only for a second. He'll ruin my work, Aleph. He's a slave to his passion. His head is filled with impulsive thoughts. I don't trust him. We can't trust him.
Books is unwell. Books continues and says, flip me, soak me in butter, stack me, and then demolish me. Okay, I'm done now. Books. You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna snip all of these. And just as a little treat for Cornbread, I'm gonna send them and be like, while you're away, take a good rest. Here's what you missed from books. And Cornbread's gonna be like, oh, so everything's the same. Everything's good. The kids are taken care of. Yeah. They have same general color scheme. Okay, am I just like losing it? Because I don't think I've seen different art of them. Like
I've done everything you've asked.
They all look the same to me.
Now it's time
Books
to
is
do
valid.
your
Books is valid for a lot of things. I'll send them to Bread right now. A lack of shame. Aleph responds with indifference to the physician's frustration, continuing his writing without pause.
Time's ticking down. I can't afford any further mistakes. No one can be permitted to stop my
We need to talk about the
experiment
elephant in
in
the room. I think they're the same physical person.
I'll prove it to them. That we have
But
found
it's like he's talking
the
to
path
himself.
to the ultimate answer.
Second Mortys are playing. I'm gonna take the monies. There we go. What can I get? Oh! I don't need any of this. I've farmed so goddamn much for the characters, I don't even need this right now. Okay, cool. Wait, what is this? The answering machine, the butterfly, and the literary critic. Oh, what is this? Hold on. A bit of reality warping is at play? Oh my god, this fucking game, man. Oh, I'm not... No, sorry. No. I ain't doing all that. Is there a reward at the end of this? I just want the reward if there is one. Oh, never mind. It's a game. Oh, fuck me. Uh-oh. Oh, wait. It's a different game. I remember the matching game. Wait, this is a different game. I got it. Hold on. I love this next story note. Okay, noted. In this indisputable board game, you'll play as yourself. Find reason within the irrational and find answers in the trivial. Just defeat these phenomenon one by one and cast them back into your meticulous mind. That was a lot of words that meant nothing to me together. Tap here to see the skill effects this phenomenon holds. Tap here to check this phenomenon intended action for this round. Phenomenon is about to interfere with us. Get ready. At the start of each round, several memory dice are rolled for you. Let's tap confirm dice, confirm these rolls, and lock in the memory dice for this round. You can use your memory dice and response cards to battle these phenomena. So it's kind of like the Genshin PCG, where it's like the dice dictate how much you can do the cards with. Not the character part, but just the dice and the cards. That kind of, okay. Oh god, I love it. Noted. Each response card has a casting cost and number of colored dice. Okay, so it's the, yeah. Manually adding extra memory dice on top of the cost will amplify the card's effect. Casting, okay, you can overpay to get more bonus. That's cool. Let's have a select attack card. We're just gonna use those. Sure. So this is just a different format, but this is the exact same as how the matching game was. In the upper right corner of each card is the cast chance, showing how many times it can be cast per round. These reset each round. Okay. Okay, I think I got this. Send them to bread. Nice. Did you say I told you to? I'll follow up. Because I meant to reach out to bread today. I'm gonna do it after stream. Just to check in. It's been a bit. Not that they need a regular check-in, but just, you know. Thinking of them. Any of the rolls aren't to your liking, you can reroll as many as you wish. Yeah, that'd be good. Oh, you can lock them. Okay. Oh, opposite. This is a message. Hi, I hope you're well. Also, Lynn said I should send this comment to you in response to this reverse character. Jeez. Oh, we're just going with that. Okay. Help. Gain additional memory. Oh, okay, they have a bonus. Actually, I get it. Okay. I copied my messages? Oh, man. Tap here to check the effects of the casted active skill. That is an unfortunate symbol. Y'all can see that, right? Behind my head? That's... That's really unfortunate. Hi, Psycho Knight. How you doing? It's weirdly phallic. Anyway. Jesus. Okay, I mean, do I want to reroll? Not particularly. I don't think I want to use them all, yeah? Oh, confirm dice, right. I think what I want to do is... Yeah, that. I'm gonna be honest, it kind of info dumped on us a few seconds ago, and we'll see if I remember any of it. Gain Eureka based on the number of memory dice. Gain armor based on the number of memory dice. Deal damage based on the number of memory dice. Deal 8 damage. Inflict 2 stacks of agony. I like that. You know what, we're gonna go for it. Wait, I have 200 health and they only have 20? Oh, fuck, okay. This is almost rude then. Confirm. Great. Oh, well that's easy. Done. Ah. It's easy when you can just like one-shot them. Worn black, 20-sided die, symbol of chance and fate, solitary prisoner, blah, 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 blah. Sorry, I just want the reward. That's all I'm here for. Oh, 82. Now we're talking. Okay. Brett says might need to put that in the quote book. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Damn, really? Christ, okay, I guess we're doing that. I have no shame. You can if you want. Oh, I thought I thought he meant his. I was like, yeah, maybe. Okay, closer. Got admire sticking to your guns. Yeah. You know what? I think that's enough, actually. Yep. That. Probably should have done that first. Oh, I could have powered that up. Oh well. That was my own fault. I don't read. Okay, let's see. You know what? Screw it. We're just gonna... We're gonna go for raw power. We're gonna go for raw power if we can. No, we cannot. Okay, screw me, I guess. We'll do that. I said worse things. I believe you. I believe you. Do I have a cap on how many rounds I have? I don't think it said. I hope not. Oh, is this the first time? Wait, is this the first time I can almost do those? Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I can do it. Oh my god, can I do that? I want to do that. You know what? Confirm dice. Yeah, let's do that. Nice. Oh, and there's different levels. Okay, we're not doing this right now. I just wanted to see what it was. I won't make us sit through this where I don't read and I just fuck around and find out. Because this one you said you enjoyed, right? So we'll do 10. Does anyone know how many there are in total? I know there's usually like 19 to 24. It's somewhere usually in that range, but I'm just curious. Hi, Buns. Hello. Welcome in.
Sir. I'll bring you some tea.
Hi, hi,
It's not
hi.
good tea,
Thank
but
you for
it's
the
hot.
raid.
And you're frozen, and I'll
What
bring
were
you
you
a
up
wrap.
to? What were
because
we
when I'm
playing?
frozen, my snot drips.
Welcome
nice
in, friends.
Soba. We make
There
the
we go.
best soba. Honest. Bad tea.
Hi, hi,
Great
hi.
soba, okay?
Thank you so much for that. So okay. It is not doing the alerts, and I don't know why. What is happening? welcome in. I think I figured out what's going on. Where is it? Services. Am I connected to OBS with Mix It Up? Maybe that's why. Yeah, it says I'm connected, so I don't know. Crypt Custodian, interesting. I don't know if I know that one. Is that kind of like, is it kind of like Viscera cleanup and stuff like that, like Power Simulator, but like a different theme? Is that the idea? Just based on the name, that's kind of what it sounds like. It's a new game. Is it? Is it in that same vein of like Power Wash Simulator? Crypt Custodian. That'd be an interesting one. I like it. I like it. For those who don't know me, my name is Shelklin. I'm a variety VTuber and a recovering gacha addict. I say recovering, but I'm falling deeper down the rabbit hole every single day. Sort of, not really. Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. And today we're playing some Reverse 1989. We are probably going to do at least one more story chapter before I call it a night. But I'm trying to see how many there are. To be oh, and of course you get hit by the ad immediately. Jesus Christ, I'm sorry. Oh, it's the worst. Girlfriend was watching, but she left. She's shy. It's okay. I appreciate it. I still appreciate the raid regardless. Thank you for choosing me. And I'm very sorry about the ad that immediately hit you in the face. Jesus Christ. The timing is just so unfortunate. The truth is, no one can truly bend fate. The ant mill. Roro, is this the one you were excited for? Okay. See you soon, though. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. I don't get ads even without ad blocker. I'm broken. Oh, okay. More and more people are telling me that, though. Gotta go. Absolutely. Go have good dinner, good sleep, go whichever. You know what I mean.
Silenciosa como siempre.
Appreciate it. Thank you again.
En un sueño fugaz, la investigadora de
The Paracosity research uncovered the truth behind the Die of Babylon.
Dado de Babilonia. Examinó
She carefully examined
los
hidden
patrones
patterns,
ocultos,
much like an astute
como un
astrologer tracks the
astuto
movements of the
astrólogo
stars.
rastrea los movimientos de las estrellas. Lo que pueda parecer
What may seem like errors
o
or accidents
no niega las
doesn't negate
verdades del destino.
the verities of destiny.
Por el contrario,
On the contrary, they affirm its very
afirman su
existence. Just
existencia.
ask the great
Solo pregúntale al gran
Heraclitus?
Heráclito.
I'm so bad at words.
En un universo
In an
no
unobserved
observado,
universe, the Die of Babylon
el dado de
spins in
Babilonia
perpetuity,
gira
dictating the
perpetuamente,
fate of all in time that
dictando
is
el
both
destino de
infinitely
todos
long and
en un
infinitely
tiempo
short.
que es tanto infinitamente largo como infinitamente corto. Mira, cerró
Look,
los ojos.
she closed her eyes. She
Respetaba la
respected the randomness
aleatoriedad
of
de
numbers
los
and
números
destiny.
y el
She
destino.
respected the die's judgment.
Respetaba el juicio del dado. De lo contrario,
Otherwise,
se
she
habría
would have
perdido sumisamente en los
acquisitely
huecos
lost
del
herself in the
tiempo
gaps of time
y
and wandered
bajaría
forever as
para
a ghost in
siempre como un
oblivion.
fantasma
This
en el
also
olvido.
puts in perspective the island that is obsessed with numbers. I'm just saying. It's interesting. In the solemn prison hall, under the half-light of the next day, the prisoners of Komola gather. 37 would like this book. Also, yes, 37 would very much like this book. Octavia steps onto the podium with a stern expression. Ooh,
First, allow me to make
that's
one
good art.
thing
Sorry.
clear. I had absolutely nothing to do with what happened to the idealist yesterday. I swear it on my career as a writer.
That's good art. Sorry, look at this. Look at it. Oh, it looks good. Her hair looks good. She looks like Lucy. I'm saying it. I'm sorry. She does. It's weird. What? I just got a notification that says that Twitch disconnected and yet, or not Twitch, TikTok disconnected, but it is still clearly very much connected. What? That's weird. What the hell was that? I think we're good. It's weird because it came up right at the same time that info from Janet came up, and I'm like, what? What did it have to do with anything? From the first Miss Roll 951. Oh, this is such nice art.
As you all know, The Idealists and I are
Anyways.
the representatives of the two factions of La Sociedad de Poetas de las Américas. As you also know, we have been at peace since the Let Sleeping Dogs Lie agreement was signed a few months ago.
What's going on with
Despite
the
our
words when it
differing
does that?
views, we have coexisted to this day under the watchful gaze of the Central Tower. Rest assured that we will work tirelessly to locate the missing Idealist.
Don't put so much pressure on yourself, Miss Octavia. His death wasn't your fault. After all, he was the one who threw the first verbal dagger.
Not them defending her in case she did kill him. The murmurs cascading below reached the ears of the prisoners from another faction. Oh boy.
Show some
They are
respect,
gonna...
you morons.
Show
The
some
Idealist
respect,
is
you
missing,
morons.
not dead.
That's confusing.
I'm sure he's show up in one piece before we know it.
Better face the hard truth now, Roberta. Though, I have to say, it won't be easy for you to find a new leader as mad as him.
Like cough and the hostess
Please,
pauses.
everyone, quiet down.
Her eyes are so pretty.
According to the agreement, today's Congress should have been chaired by the Idealist. Since he is still missing, I will be acting on his...
Oh?
Pardon my lateness. Go ahead. I'm ready to moderate.
Why do I know that voice? Unfamiliar footsteps break the regular pattern of events. The jailer leads her visitors to the entrance of the prison hall.
Miss Vert, I looked over the incarceration and visitor records
Was
from
it
the past
jailer?
6 months.
No.
There was no mention of anyone named Doris.
It was question marks in the...
Then it seems only the physician knows the whereabouts of Dr. Dorez. Miss Jailer, we need to meet with the physician. It's important.
Not the tiger lady? It sounded like it, but it showed us a face
Listen,
with
you really
question
shouldn't
marks.
take the inmates' ramblings too seriously.
Instead. Considering the identity of the person before her, the jailer softens her tone.
But if it's as critical as you say, I'll make another request later. That said, I'm afraid the meeting won't happen for at least a few days.
Understood.
For now, please join us for today's Congress.
That was weird.
Espectacular! Do you hold
son of a-
literary salons like this every day? This place is practically a writer's paradise. So, you're the host of the salon, Octavia? I say we set aside our differences and have a titillating literary discussion.
I say you're a guest, so you should sit down and
You've
just
come at
shut
the
up.
right time. You may serve as witnesses for the Congress alongside the jailer, like a citizen's jury in a court.
Exactly. You're a witness.
Your
You're not a witness,
suggestion
you're a
aligns with the congressional
spectator.
rules.
Sit
Very
down,
well.
shut up.
Congress? Witnesses? Isn't this a salon? Which
Is the
topic are
secret
we
predicting
discussing?
she thinks so?
Literary theories? Schools? Principles? Languages? Oh, narrative perspectives?
She definitely thinks so. Mm-hmm.
None of those.
Octavia lowers her head, giving her questioner a long and deep look.
This Congress is about the randomness of fate, Miss Recoleta.
Ooh.
Randomness of fate?
As she sinks into confusion and bewilderment, the jailer's voice rises into a triumphant introduction.
Dear visitors from the Foundation, allow me to introduce the Kamala Congress. What happened yesterday was merely a brief anomaly. In the Panopticon, spontaneous order among the inmates is the norm, and the Kamala Congress serves as its truest reflection.
Spontaneous order?
Yes.
That's a word for it.
Through the Congress, the inmates assign and distribute medication, communal duties, and rest periods. They are entirely self-regulated.
Her tone is filled with pride. Should it be? A man died yesterday.
I hereby announce the commencement of the 7th Kamala Congress.
On her watch. As her words fall, Octavia takes out a worn lottery box and a small trinket from her hand. The prisoners move in perfect order like a swarm
A
of
cardboard
ants.
box, and is that a paper die? It has 20 sides.
Yeah, D20. This is the most messed up game of D&D I've ever seen.
We carefully examine hidden patterns, much like an astute astrologer tracks the movements of the stars.
Isn't this...
There she goes. From somewhere in the audience, the girl unconsciously mumbles a revelation. The Die of Babylon.
Isn't this just like the Die of Babylon?
Mm-hmm.
The MacGuffin that weaves through the entire plot? The infinite symbiote of fate? And the symbol that compresses time into a shriveled circle?
There she goes.
What may seem like errors or accidents doesn't negate the verities of destiny. On the contrary, they affirm its very existence. Just ask the great Heraclito. In an unobserved
Isn't that
universe,
from
the die
Reaper?
spins in perpetuity.
Dictating the fate of all in time.
Fate of all time that is both infinitely long and infinitely short. She's literally saying it out loud. That's crazy.
Look, I've closed
my eyes. I respect the randomness of numbers and destiny. Oh, it's so creepy.
I respect the Die's judgment.
As the prisoners recite their announcements, the author's voice becomes more and more sluggish.
Otherwise, we will acquiesce and lose ourselves in the gaps of time and wander forever as ghosts in oblivion.
So creepy but cool at the same time. Yeah, definitely.
I don't understand what's going on. Oh, but the irony that I probably have more idea what's going on than anyone here.
Oh, yay! A cult!
This is all in your novel, isn't it?
It's almost like he was using her to write a manifesto.
The recitations, the references to an astrologer and Heraclito, they couldn't possibly be just a coincidence. Then, could it be? Will they look to the die to dictate their fate?
Probably, yeah. That's why this whole thing is the randomness of fate. The girl's audible shock does not affect the proceedings on stage. The Congress continues.
I shall perform the first roll. Its result will determine the subsequent roll order for this Congress.
The hostess tosses the 20-sided die into the cardboard box and begins shaking it rhythmically.
The result is 5. This check complies with the prerequisite conditions of the ruling of the die, and the standard roll order has been established. Inmate Jose, please come forth. You are the first in the initiative order. Therefore, fate's judgment shall fall upon you before all else.
Me? Okay.
Okay. The prisoner steps forward, taking the fragile box in his hands, shaking it to roll the die of absurd fate inside. The die stops, and just like that, a simple number decides his fate.
17! It's 17! Ah, what a wonderful number! 17! Like an oasis in an endless desert.
The result is
Papa
17.
needs a new pair of shoes.
And the
That's
score
funny.
combination 6 plus 4 plus 4 plus 3. According to the ruling of the die, he shall receive 60 risperidone tablets, 40 clozapine tablets, and 40 diazepam tablets. Additionally, he will assume the role of cultural manager of the Comala Congress.
Oh my god, this is how they... Ooh.
Before he takes office, inmate Jose must clean the first restroom for the next 7 days.
Wonderful! I'll gladly clean the toilet. I've got the brooms here, the toilet detergent, and the toilet brush too.
I don't know if this is genius or
For this
insanity.
opportunity. As cultural manager, I will speak with every inmate and complete the Comala memoir, finally capturing the moments when literary sparks ignite and explode.
For drugs? Not just drugs. For drugs,
Next
jobs,
is inmate
and
Eduardo.
tasks.
Please come forth.
They're just using a game of MASH to determine their life. Self-regulating my ass, yeah, right? There's mess. His gaze flickers. His eyebrows fight for space on his forehead. I've never heard that before. That's actually funny. His eyebrows fight for space on his forehead is such a descriptor.
Sorry, Senora Octavia, but I don't think I can do this. I didn't get any medication in the last Congress. I've had multiple episodes. It's like my brain's jammed or something.
It's all right, Inmate Eduardo. It's easy. You don't need to know the rules to roll the die. Give me your hand, I'll help you.
This prisoner follows suit, hands trembling as he shakes the box. The only thing he can do.
My sincerest apologies, Inmate Eduardo. The die dictates that you must voluntarily descend into the sewers and write the thematic keyword that currently causes you the most anxiety on the walls.
Not a nat 1.
Thank you very much, Miss Octavia.
Oh, this poor guy.
I think my head's about to split in half. I need a moment to rest before I head down there.
Oh, God.
And fulfill my destiny.
Clutching his head, the prisoner leaves. His steps heavy, his hands empty, but his brow finally falling at ease.
Jailer, are you really letting them make every decision with the roll of a die?
Oh my God.
Eduardo is clearly in a much more dire condition than Jose. The medication should have been given to him.
As I said, this is how the inmates of the Panopticon maintain order. The physician
He's
periodically
100%
provides
dead.
medication, food, and other necessities, and the inmates distribute them in this spontaneous and efficient manner.
Oh my God.
Neither authority nor violence is involved in this process. This is what sets Kamala apart from all other custodial facilities.
It's not a good
Is that
thing.
it? You abdicate all agency to the roll of a paper die and call it the randomness
He's not
of
coming back
fate?
for Christmas. No, I don't
What
think
kind
so.
of
I don't think he's
sick
coming back
joke
for
is this?
Thanksgiving.
Please calm down, Recoleta. This is the method that the inmates have collectively decided to recognize. They're prepared to face the possible
What in the
sacrifices
Hunger
that it
Games is
brings.
this?
This isn't about you or me. It's not our place to interfere with a procedure that has been proven both pragmatic and effective. My duty is to assist the inmates in maintaining order through the methods that they have established. And yours is to witness their self-governance, not judge it.
They can do both. The jailer takes a deep breath, her words clearly meant to convince herself as much as anyone listening.
If everything somehow unfolds as it does in my novel, then every role is already predetermined. Verton, do you remember the story I told you last night? The odds of both success and failure were consecutively multiplied.
Not a 50-50 like the rest of our goddamn fates.
As soon as a character experiences a failure, they continue to suffer failures in an endless chain reaction. None of Eduardo's future dice rolls will ever result in a number higher than 10. At this rate, this system, this sociedad, ruled by the dice of Babylon,
Oh, right, 'cause she already kind of
is
knows the
bound to
future.
collapse.
According to her book, anyway. Music is epic. She looks around, realizing that her words, weighty as they seem to her, have garnered no attention.
Eduardo will never receive any medication.
No, he won't.
The moment he writes the keyword on the wall could very well be the moment he spells out his own death. No, I can't let this happen. I have to do something.
I do appreciate the irony that for someone who kept trying to make her book move forward, she's now
Wait,
trying to
Miss
stop her
Recoleta,
book in its
what are you
tracks.
doing?
That's interesting. And I think that is where we end off tonight.
Few soldiers would appreciate the on the back. That said, I'm pretty sure. Exactly. And whether it's make or thanks to. Well,
Honestly, I didn't think Recoleta would have the outside awareness to recognize the irony, to be honest.
But it is. I mean,
I think she'll still find a way to make it a main character thing.
Have it, but all the die.
There we go. Okay. Oh, that. And I will grab my dailies after we finish up here, because nobody wants the stuff wants to watch stuff run on auto. Let's be honest. Let's see. Switch over to just chatting. Yeah, that is where I will call that tonight. I do want to do a really quick goodbye to TikTok because we are going to close up stream on there first before we raid out to one of our friends on Twitch. So thank you everybody on TikTok for joining me. I appreciate it. I just wanted to see how Reverse would do on TikTok, and maybe not so much. That's okay. It may not have an audience there, but that's all right. It does seem to have one on YouTube, so like maybe I'll just work on the shorts for that instead. That's all good. I probably won't do tomorrow's hand cam stream on both. I'll just do it on Twitch because we are going to finish up our book. The spine has glued. It is all set to go, so that's going to be a good ass time. We're going to do the cover as well, so we're going to do some book cloth and some chipboard forming. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. I'm gonna mute that. There we go. And I will wrap up with TikTok. So thank you guys again for joining me, TikTok. I appreciate it. I will see you guys in the next one. Probably next week. Probably some Date Everything, because that seems to be y'all's game. So thank you again. Good night. There we go. It's just us now, Twitch. We're alone. We're alone. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I'm trying to get used to the TikTok live a little bit, so I don't mind it. It's not bad. Let's see which of our friendos is still online. Give me 1 second. I know I had a few options, and I want to see who's still there. Let's see. That is what I figured. Okay, it's still online, so that's an option. Or oh, I know who we haven't seen in a bit. We can go see Panda. Let me see if I can raid Panda, because Panda does turn off raids when they're closer to ending. So let's see if Panda's available. Shall we claim the time? What? Sorry, I couldn't read that message. Alrighty. Let's see. Let's see if I can raid Panda. Oh, Panda's only been live for 3 minutes? That can't truly be the case. Really? No, 3 hours. Yeah, not 3 minutes. 3 hours. Fucking Twitch trying to screw with me. Anyway, we'll get that set up. And then I will see you guys on tomorrow night, 7 o'clock p.m. Yeah, we're going to keep going with our book binding. I think we should be done. It may not go... I don't think it's going to go terribly late. I don't think. I guess it depends if we have to glue anymore, but I think most of it we can do while it's drying, so we should be okay. I want to say a few hours. I think we'd be good. I do also want to react to some stuff before we start tomorrow, so that'll be good too. I have some reverse stuff I want to do, like a Left's trailer I would like to react to. There's a couple channels, so I might just do that all at the same time if that's cool with you guys, and then we'll go right into the hand cam. Yeah. So thank you guys again for joining me. I appreciate it. Now see you guys tomorrow. Go say hi to Panda. And oh gosh, let me do the wrap up command because I think Maritime is busy. There you go. First for followers, second for subbies. You know how this works. And we'll go say hi to Panda. Have a good night, souplings. Bye.